wrote my first rap when I was 12. Shit was trash.
Do you remember it?
No, hell nah. My very first one, I don't remember. I kept at it or whatever, and then when I was 14, my pops had just got me like this like old beat machine type shit for Christmas, you know what I mean? I was rocking out, making my little beats and shit like that.
Okay, so when was the first time you got into the studio?
There was a DJ that lived a couple houses down from me and shit. Shout to DJ Fly, man. He had the microphone, all that shit in the room. He had the big ass beat machine, all type of shit. Nigga had mad shit in it. That was like the first time where I was like, oh, like I caught the bug. I was really with it, you know what I mean? Like, I was really with it at that point. So I kept going in there. I kept going. He kept showing me how to make beats. He kept showing me how to like fake record myself. Like, you know, if he step out the room, he'd be like, yo, just press this. And, you know, when you're done, press this, you know, like shit like that. Because at the time, it was only like certain people that was really doing shit in the town musically, like Secret Service. Like, I really looked up to Secret Service when I was a young nigga because they was like a whole unit. They was like Wu-Tang, but from Haverstraw and shit. And like, it was crazy. Like, I just basically try to follow suit. I did my first project when I was 14. It was self-titled. It was called Pro Dillinger. That was my rap name at the time. We pressed up mad copies of that shit. I put the inserts in myself. We was outside. I was selling them shits for $5 a piece. You know, I think I sold maybe like 100 of them. That was a big deal to me at the time.
When did you become Pro Dillinger?
I always been Pro Dillinger, like inside of me. You know what I mean? Like, when you grown, you know, like you evolve into the person that you're supposed to be. Maybe everybody is Pro Dillinger. Everybody has their Pro Dillinger on the inside, and you gotta go outside every day, and you gotta work and put on your other face, your everyday persona and shit. You know, like Clark Kent, Superman shit. I always been Pro Dillinger. I just didn't know how to be Pro Dillinger.
When did you start using that name, Pro Dillinger?
My very, very first rap name was Regulator C, like some real old school shit. Then I changed it to Protege. I was Protege for a couple of years, and then I shortened it to Big Pro. I did a couple projects as Big Pro. I stopped rapping for a couple years, and then when I came back out as Pro Dillinger. At that point, people had already been calling me Pro for mad years already. I just added the Dillinger because when I was young, that was kind of like one of my first little hammers that I had. Kind of a fan of like the old gangsters, like the Don Dillinger and the way he did things and stuff. I just thought it was a admirable moniker to add to my name, you know what I'm saying? It's a powerful name.
So you said your dad got you a beat machine for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
When was the first time you realized he was supportive in your music?
Both my parents really was. Honestly, we always was real big into music. My mom's Puerto Rican and my dad's black, so I got a good mix of a lot of different things, you know what I mean? And my mom really was into black music too. On the weekends, we'd be up early, you know what I'm saying? My mom's be blasting Spanish music, you know, niggas would be cleaning and shit. You know, some nights my pops would just be in the kitchen cooking, playing his soul and his James Brown and all the fly shit like that. I got a lot of good influence from them, and I got an uncle. He's a salsero. He plays like 10 different instruments, and he played in like mad different salsa bands. Nigga been on TV before and all of that.
By your teenage years, you were living in Rockland. You found yourself getting in some trouble?
Yeah, like little stuff here and there. At first, it's like stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? Like stealing bikes. Things progress without you even really noticing. You start getting into other shit. Niggas went from like stealing bikes to stealing whips. Shit just progresses. You don't really mean for it to happen. It's a natural progression. It's kind of unfortunate. You know, like, I didn't have bad parents, and my parents, they worked a lot. And that's why I was always outside. So boom, like in my hood, they got a big parade they do every year, like a Latin American Day parade. But it used to just be the Dominican Day parade, right? So it'd be mad Dominican niggas outside or whatever like that. And this is like, this big t-shirt era, niggas was hacking up, son. I was like 15 maybe. Niggas was really bugging out and shit. And I was already kind of making my rounds with the music shit. So I'm at the parade. I'm just running around getting into mad different little battle rap scuffles and shit. And it wasn't like smack battling. It was like whoever ran out of bars first type shit. We used to call those chicken coops. Boom, there was this nigga in my hood, his name was Rule. At the time, he was just the nicest nigga, definitely the nicest nigga in my hood. I bumps into him right in front of the bodega. This nigga's out there with mad heads. Shit was lit, you know what I'm saying? This nigga's out there spitting his shit. My man Jack out there with the camera. So I pull up and shit, and they like, yo, you pro, right? Yo, you rap, right? Niggas put me on the spot right there, and yo, what's up? So I just spilled, boom. And me and son end up battling like for mad long on camera, but I ran out of bars first, but that kind of solidified me in my neighborhood as like the next young nigga. I'll never forget that shit.
Some foul shit though. You can catch a vibe, or you can catch a bullet from the 9. I be scummy to the police, put a bullet in my side. Cowboys and Indians, pull it from the side. I know all the consequences when I put it in my route.